I'd like to call this meeting to order on this day, Monday, August 10th, 2015. If Clerk Kornecki could please call the roll for us.
Trustee Aiello. Trustee Bolthus.
Here.
Trustee Cazone.
Here.
Trustee Case.
Here.
Trustee Taglia.
Here.
Trustee Wagner.
Here.
President Bullwinkle.
Here, if we could all please rise for the pledge. I'll lead us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If y'all could please remain standing for one more second, I'm going to ask Trustee Taglia to lead us in the prayer tonight.
Our Heavenly Father, will thou be pleased to grant that this meeting, thus begun in order, be conducted in peace and closed in harmony. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Those of you with us today, we have agendas for tonight's meeting in the rack right outside the chamber. So if you didn't grab one already, please do. Okay, so item number 3 on the committee of the whole is amendments to the agenda. Does anybody on the board have any amendments to the COW tonight? Okay. Seeing none, we're going to move on to item number 4 on the committee of the whole. Appointments to Comprehensive Regional Planning Agency, CMAP Steering Committee. But A through I, I'll read them really quick. Al Bolthus, they're all appointments too. Al Bolthus for the CMAP Steering Committee for Zoning Ordinance. And I'll just read the names from here. Nick Cazone, Jason Jarrett, Mike Orlowski, Vince Gatto, Dave Casey, Mike Hirsch, Barry Brandt, and Tony Odo. Do I have a motion for the appointments? Do I have a motion for the appointments?
Madam President,
Ooh, let's see, Trustee Taglia.
I'll move for the appointments.
Okay, do I have a second?
Madam President.
Trustee Case.
Second.
Okay. We'll do a roll call vote then on that.
Trustee Bolthus.
Yes.
Trustee Case.
Yes.
Trustee Cazone.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes.
Trustee Taglia.
Yes.
President Bullwinkle.
Yes. And just for a little bit of background, the steering committee is being pulled together so the village can update their zoning ordinance. It's our understanding that the ordinances that we have on our books are currently about 45 years old. I'm looking over at our Director of Community Development, Patrick Grill, and he's given me the yes sign there. So it's kind of high time that we do this. So the group that was just appointed, along with the Planning and Zoning Commission, will be working very hard looking at the zoning codes, and eventually we'll be making recommendations to the Planning and Zoning Commission and then ultimately to the board. So Patrick, would you like to add anything else to that? So our Director of Community Development, who's spearheading this on the staff level. So
just only would like to add that this has been a long time coming, and it's certainly very needed. As the economy's been turning around lately, we're getting a lot more requests for development, and this will bring our codes into the 21st century and be able to deal with new development a lot easier than what we have been in the past.
yes.
And all this is funded through a grant from CMAP. It's not costing the village a dime.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're very, very happy about that.
Yes, very fortunate. We've partnered with CMAP on a variety of other projects and have a good working relationship with them, and look forward to seeing what comes of this too. It's a long time in coming. So, all right, great, thank you. Yeah, Trustee Wagner.
Thank you, Madam President. So will CMAP have someone present at the meetings like they did for the
sorry.
Trans-Area Development? Will they be giving technical advice or?
CMAP selected a consultant to assist us with the project, and CMAP will only just oversee that individual. It was Duncan Associates and Codometrics are the two companies that will be assisting the village to redo the zoning ordinance.
And when will the initial meeting be for this group? Do we know yet? Or?
No, as soon as I let them know tomorrow that that the steering committee has been appointed, then they'll start meeting in earnest on that. I know that Duncan and Associates has already started putting together some preliminary information and background on the village, and they anticipate that it'll take about 12 to 15 months to complete.
Okay. Thank you.
You good? Okay. Anybody else while we're at it, in case if anybody else happens to have any questions, you can chime in now. Okay. All righty. Great. Thank you. Looking forward to see how this evolves. So thanks to everybody for their involvement in this. Okay, item number 5 then, on the committee of the whole, consider an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, amending the happy hour regulations in the alcoholic liquor chapter of the Villa Park Municipal Code to comply with state law. Manager Keener?
Thank you, Your Honor. The ordinance will bring the village in compliance with the revised state law. Staff recommends that the village president and board of trustees approve this ordinance. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. And this was approved on the state level back on July 15th, so we're making a move on it now since it's now Illinois law. So with that, does anybody have any questions from the public in regards to this item? Okay, how about from the board? Yep. Trustee Wagner?
Thank you, Madam President. I think I'm correct in saying that generally speaking, state law trumps local ordinances, is that right?
In general, yes. Home rule there's some differences, but as a non-home rule community, you have to follow state statute.
So if for some reason we wanted to make this ordinance more restrictive, could we do that?
No, because they basically have set what a happy hour is and the
Okay.
definition, so you get the 4 hours a day, 15 hours a week, 7-day notice of any specials, that's all included in the state statute.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else?
I have a question.
And Trustee Bolfus?
Not basically, well, on this ordinance, but there have been some other state law changes. The one I just noticed was about pawn shops, how long they have to hold merchandise before they can sell it. Our ordinance says 24 hours. I believe the new state law is 10 days. So we'll be looking at that ordinance too to make any corrections necessary there.
Each of these ordinances, as they become effective, I don't know the effective
January
date of that.
1st.
Is that January 1st? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to come back in, change our ordinance to comply with the state statute, and those kind of changes, I'm sure the village will support, because that quick changeover is a lot of times when you lose control over
Right.
those items and they get changed in form.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. That's all.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, roll call vote.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
Trustee Taglia?
Yes.
Trustee Bolfus?
Yes.
President Bullwinkle?
Yes. Item number 6 on the committee of the whole, consider an ordinance of the Village Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, authorizing the sale by public auction of personal property and seized vehicles owned by the Village of Villa Park. And I'll just list them really quick since there's no verbiage. Yeah. Looks like we have a Village Ford F-350 utility box vehicle, and then a few other seizures, a Chrysler Concorde, Nissan Sentra, Nissan Altima, and a Mercury Villager of all different genres from 2001, 2000, 1995, 2005, 1998. So they run the gamut of age. So, all right. Any questions and comments from the public in regards to this item? Public auction. Okay. Any questions and comments from the board? Trustee Kazone.
Just a quick question on these. What do we know typically what these go for at the auction? It's hard to tell.
No, we don't. Actually, it all depends on what could be wrong with them. They could be high mileage. They're sold as is. We'll ensure they start and do just a minor, brief inspection, and then they're sold as is to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
Does it ever come to a point like where say somebody just bids 100 and that's all we get for it? Is it better for us to scrap them then, or do we ever look at that, or is it just whatever the bid is?
Usually, if there's a low bid, we offer that particular vehicle to our fire department to use the jaws of life for practice, and then dispose of the vehicle after that.
Good. Thank you.
And actually, to piggyback off of that, we ended up bringing in quite a bit of money last year from the sale of our vehicles, did we not? I think it was.
We did okay.
I think it was around $70,000, if I remember correctly, which was more than we had in the past. So as these come up, money we didn't have before, and you probably saw the minimum bids too. So, but yeah. Why, is there one on the list that you're interested in? Few there for you to check out. Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Have anybody on the end there? No? Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
Trustee Taglia?
Yes.
Trustee Bolfus?
Yes.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
President Bullwinkle?
Yes. Okay, item number 7 on the committee of the whole. Consider a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving a license agreement for a portion of the Home Avenue public right-of-way between the village and the owner of 141 West Home Avenue in Villa Park, Illinois. Manager Keener.
Thank you. The property owner of 141 West Home Avenue wishes to repave and continue to maintain a parking area in the parkway in front of the building. A license agreement would be needed to grant the property owner permission for the proposed construction, maintenance, and use of the village's right-of-way. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Any questions and comments from the public in regards to this item? No, seeing none. Okay, how about from the board? Does anybody have any questions from the board about this? Yeah, are we good? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Okay, Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
Trustee Taglia,
Yes.
Trustee Bolfus.
Yes.
Trustee Kazone,
Yes.
Trustee Case.
Yes.
President Bullwinkle.
Yes, all right, we're going to convene to the formal agenda. Nice short committee of the whole tonight. Just shuffle some paper here. Okay. On the formal, the item number 1 on the formal is the village president's report. And the first thing up, I have a proclamation declaring September 2015 as Library Card Sign-Up Month. Whereas the library card is the most important school supply of all, whereas libraries play an important role in the education and development of children, whereas libraries bridge the learning gap by offering a wide range of digital and print resources, whereas libraries offer free access to technology and innovative educational programming, whereas libraries continue to transform and expand their services in ways that meet the needs of the communities they serve, whereas a free library card is the coolest card you can own, whereas be it resolved that I, Deborah Bullwinkle, proclaim September Library Card Sign-Up Month in Villa Park, Illinois, and encourage everyone to sign up for the coolest card ever at the Villa Park Library, dated this day of Monday, August 10th, 2015. And I think I see somebody, yes, from our library here. Sandy Hill, our director. She's coming forward. She has her hands full of all sorts of good stuff. So
Yeah.
what do you have for us tonight?
Well, we have a number of activities planned for September this year. We're going to have a food for fines. We will offer people the ability to waive their fines or get their fines forgiven by donating food or pantry items to the library, and we'll make sure that those go to Christian Church of Villa Park or Hands and Feet Outreach.
Nice.
And for every $1, every one item will count for $1 waived. So in September 20th through the 26th, get your fines forgiven and bring things in and do some good.
Yes.
So we will do that. And then we are
Nice.
going to have our first ever Cool Reader Readathon. And I have not heard this happening in Illinois at all. One of our staff members read about this from Ithaca, New York, and just ran with it. And we've got a number of cool readers. I have the poster here. I'd like to pass it to you.
Sure.
We've got a number
Love
of
to
people
take a
lined
look.
up.
Great, thank you. Very nice.
It's 12 hours of continuous reading. It's a fundraiser for our friends of the library, but most
Love it.
importantly, it's the fact that you have your role models, your leaders out there reading
Pass it down here.
and indicating to our young
Nice.
people how important reading is. So
Nice.
I want to thank everybody who signed up. 12 hours of continuous reading in front of the library.
I was sorry I couldn't do it for
I
you this
know.
time, but
We'll
next
get you-
time.
we'll
Yes,
get you
get me
next
next time. Okay.
Right. So everybody come out and visit the library in September. And I just wanted to also report that we have a number of staff members going out to the schools in September, going to the registration days and signing kids up for library cards as well. So we're doing a lot of outreach to the schools this year. There you
Wonderful.
go.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And number of your upcoming programs is listed in our most recent version, of our Village Matters newsletter that just hit about a week or so ago. So maybe a couple weeks now.
Right.
Yeah. So
So we appreciate that.
great.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to move on. Just a few more things here. Just wanted to ask staff for a quick report on the status of the road projects that we have underway, and then also the Ardmore Streetscape project, because there was some action on Ardmore last week. So if you could kind of give us a little bit of an update on where things are and where
Thank you,
things are
Madam
going and all
President.
that good stuff. So.
We actually have 5 active projects going on currently. We'll start with the 2015 street resurfacing project. That one, Orange Crushes the contractor. They have been out grinding the pavement, so they're going to be continuing to do that all week in preparation for resurfacing. On the concrete project, they've been in process of saw cutting the patches, so they're preparing the patches for the new concrete. The Twin Lakes area project, that construction will be starting next week, so there's no activity on that one as of yet. For the sidewalk program, the notification letters have gone out, so we're just awaiting enough payments to be received so that we have enough work to schedule the contract to begin work. Coming in a little slow, but the residents still have a few more weeks to get their payments in.
Yeah, we
so-
give them about, 30 days to
Yes.
respond, basically?
And depending on their response, then we'll go further down the waiting list if not everybody chooses to proceed at this time.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, Ardmore Streetscape, staff was doing some of the advanced work last week, some of the tree removal that's necessary to clear the way for the lighting system. IDOT has scheduled a pre-construction meeting for this week, so once we're back from that, we'll have a firm schedule of construction for that project.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be really nice when it gets underway and finished, especially. So we're asking for patience because there's going to be some construction going on in the train station area for a
I'm
few
hopeful we'll
months.
be starting in 30 days or so.
Yeah. And the bulk of it to be done hopefully by the end of this year, and then anything lingering in the spring, is that still the plan?
Since
or-
it's lighting and sidewalks, I don't see any reason why it couldn't be done this
Okay.
year, but obviously the contractor will give us a schedule and then we'll know.
Right, okay. All right, thank you for that update. Appreciate it. Okay. A couple questions for the village attorney. And so there was some new legislation that was recently written into law in regards to protection of property values against neighboring homes that have become dilapidated. So I wanted to ask a little bit more about that and how and if that would be impacting Villa Park at all.
Yeah, I've not seen the details on that one yet, but yeah, they're that along with the other.
Needless litigation
needless-
between communities was the other one.
Yeah, those are both areas that are one of many bills that are coming out right now. Actually, Kathy and I are putting together a program at IML on new legislation, so everybody who's at IML will have a chance to hear all these different things. Again, the details, Kathy and I will be going through them. We're going to put together a memo for the board on some of these new, and you'll see things also from IML. There's a real nice list out right now of all the bills that are pending, that have passed both chambers. That's on their website, so you can review that too. But as far as the specifics, I don't know that. I know she did go to the signing, Kathy did go to
Right.
the signing on the most recent one that will affect us, which is there used to be a difference between home rule and non-home rule regarding administrative adjudication and how the decisions of the hearing officers were considered. Because we were non-home rule, we had to go back into court and get that decision turned into a judgment. Unlike home rule communities, which don't have to do that, that was something that Kathy had worked on with, can't think of the,
I think it was, I have Senator McConaughey and State Rep Anderson.
Anderson,
So,
yeah, I know she did work with Steve Anderson. That has passed, that was signed this week. Kathy was down at that, and that'll save us a step, make things a little easier to do enforcement, and it's just another good way of balancing that the same authority that home rule units have, that we'll also have that same authority. So another tool we can use for code enforcement. All the other ones, there's so many of them, I don't have them all memorized yet, but we will be coming out with a memo in addition to the IML memo on
Yeah,
new
thank
legislation.
you. Look forward to that. These
Okay.
are a couple that had just occurred,
There's
so
a
I
lot of
thought
them.
I'd ask about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you very much for that. And then also, just wanted to give a quick update about Love Your Neighbor Day. That's an event that's being sponsored by Christian Church of Villa Park, and there's a couple other churches involved too, in regards to reaching out and helping a neighbor in need. If you know of a neighbor that needs some help with your yard, hauling debris, maybe some painting, yard cleanup, all sorts of different things that could be helped. There's a crew of volunteers that will be working on that project for folks in Villa Park. So applications must be submitted by August 30th. They did extend the deadline. And if you have any questions about this program or would like to check out the application, you can call 630-833-7262. It's a nice project to help people that can't always help themselves. So, also, speaking of helping people, We have a blood drive coming up at the VFW this coming Saturday, August 15th, through LifeSource, and we actually have Suzanne Hammer here from LifeSource. Oh, she's got some goodies maybe for us too. And she's going to tell us a little bit about the blood drive, and also, they're important because, every pint of blood helps 3 people, but there's also the Everyday Heroes program that helps our first responders. So I'd like you to kind of maybe talk a little bit about that and about the blood drive coming up on the 15th.
So I appreciate you letting me have some time, and you are a faithful donor, and so we do appreciate
every
that.
Every 8 weeks, so.
And that's a really good thing to do. We're going to be at the VFW this Saturday, August 15th, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So far, we only have 7 appointments on the books. Now, we do take walk-ins, but it's really nice when we have appointments because the flow goes better, the blood flow, and the flow of the people goes much better.
So to speak.
To entice you to come over, we're giving a free pint of Culver's, not the actual ice cream. We'll give you a coupon. And
That's
you
nice.
can go get your own flavor whenever the mood strikes you. We have, 30 people here in the room. If everybody can either donate themselves or ask somebody to donate. Only a third of people are able to donate, so that's why I say if you can't donate yourself, just ask somebody to donate. We have the Everyday Heroes program, which the police department has been good about working with us, getting the word out, and money goes back donated to the program. A nonprofit organization to a nonprofit organization, really making a difference here in the community and saving the lives of people right here in the area.
Yes, we appreciate that. So.
Any other information you need? I am going to leave some cookies and pretzels there, so on your way out you can grab
Okay,
something. If you don't
yeah.
remember the blood, you'll go, wait, the cookies, what was that for?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the blood drive.
Yes.
Food will help you remember.
Well, and for folks that want to donate on the 15th, make sure you use code VP18.
And when if you're actually at the blood drive, we'll have that code readily available for you.
Great, because that helps the Everyday Heroes program, our first responders here in Villa Park. So
Right.
they get
So
credit for it. so.
LifeSource.org, use our mobile app, whatever's easiest for you.
Okay, great. Anything? How are blood supplies now? I've been reading where
August
they're.
I've been with LifeSource 7.5 years. This is the lowest I have ever seen it. Yeah, we've had a lot of people
Okay.
on vacation. There's increase in accidents in July and August. We are really very much in need to help people that you don't even know
Thank you.
that are in the hospital. So be a hero yourself and come on out and donate blood.
Yeah, well, a number of the staff, they've donated, a number of the board members have donated, so, hopefully if people have time, stop by. It doesn't take very long, so.
Friends, family,
Yeah.
enemies, we don't care. We just need the blood.
Yeah. And you're very gentle, too. I'm not a big fan of needles,
thank
but I'll
you.
tell you, I never feel it. So it's great, so.
I've given 7 gallons myself. Yeah, it's an
Wow.
easy thing to do.
Oh, well, thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Yes, thank you for your time. Yeah, appreciate that. And then, speaking of our first responders, the Villa Park Police have their benevolent golf outing coming up on Friday, August 21st. And it looks like the tee time starts at 2 o'clock. It's going to be at our Sugar Creek Golf Course down on East Van Buren. And it's $50 for 9 holes of golf and dinner with a cash bar. Or if you just can only come for dinner, you're not a golfer, you can come for $15 for dinner. Pretty good deal, and the proceeds helps our police benevolent fund. So if you want any more information or you want to sign up, you can call Brian at 630-592-6130. So I'm going to try and swing by for dinner. I'm not a golfer, and I'm told it's not miniature golf being at the golf course, so that doesn't count. So I'll be there for dinner if I can. So thank you for that. And then finally, just wanted to mention that Senator Dick Durbin and members of Congresswoman Tammy Duckworth's staff stopped by our Ardmore Avenue, and that's Station 81 down on South Ardmore this past Friday to take a look-see at our new fire engine. For those that are not aware, the village received a $432,000 grant from FEMA to help us cover the cost of the piece of equipment, and that was about, 90% of the cost of the rig? It was, I think, out the door about $510,000. So that really helped our town tremendously replace a really dilapidated piece of equipment. The maintenance that was involved with the old rig was getting to the point it was just too expensive. So that rig was donated to the University of Illinois, to their fire academy down there. So it will still have a little bit of life left in it and a little bit of use. And if you haven't seen it, stop by our station on South Ardmore. The firemen would be very happy to show you the truck there. So with that, I'm going to move on to item number 2. public comments on agenda items. Does anybody have any comments on agenda items? This is 4 and 5 on the formal. Anybody? Going once? Going twice? Okay, I'm gonna move on then to item number 3, amendments to the formal agenda. Does anybody on the board have any amendments to the formal agenda? No? Anybody? Good. Wow. Okay. We're going to move on then to item number 4, the consent agenda. This is items A through F, and I'm going to read them just for the record here. So just the highlights or the headings. A, bill listing dated August 10th, 2015 in the amount of $273,519.43. B, minutes from Village COW meeting for July 27th, 2015. C, minutes from the Village formal board meeting for July 27th, 2015. D, first and final reading of an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, amending the happy hour regulations in the alcoholic liquor chapter of the Villa Park Municipal Code to comply with state law. E, first and final reading of an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, authorizing the sale by public auction of personal property and seized vehicles owned by the Village of Villa Park. F, and that's the final, F, resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving a license agreement for a portion of the Home Avenue public right-of-way between the village and the owner of 141 West Home Avenue in Villa Park, Illinois. Do I have a motion for the consent agenda? Anybody? Motion for the commit. Who was that? Trustee Taglia?
Yes.
Okay. And where's the second? Trustee Wagner?
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Any additional, sorry about that, guys. Any additional comments or questions about the consent agenda? Are we good? All right, we're going to do a roll call vote on that one then.
Okay, Trustee Bolfus?
Yes.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
Trustee Taglia?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
President Bullwinkle?
Yes. Okay, item number 5. First and final reading of an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, amending ordinance 3555 to grant an amended special use for a planned unit development by approving revised site plans for the property at 250 to 306 West North Avenue. This is Mosaic Villa Park LLC petitioners. This is at the North Park Plaza Mall. Petitioner is seeking an amendment to the planned unit development, also known as a PUD, at North Park Plaza, located at 250 to 306 West North Avenue. On July 23, 2015, the Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing, which was continued to July 23, 2015, where they unanimously recommended approval of this request. Staff is also in support of this request. I have a motion on the first and final reading of this item.
Madam President?
Trustee
Make
Bolfus.
a motion for the first and final reading.
Awesome. Okay, do we have a second here?
Madam President.
We're going to arm wrestle here for the second one. Trustee Case. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we have a second then. Okay. Any questions and comments from the board in regarding this item here? Nope. Okay.
Okay, Madam President,
We have, yes.
I just have one question.
Yes, we do have.
Just looking at the
Yes.
sign plan.
Yes. We have a
It
nice
looks like
packet
there's
here.
signs on the south elevation, but are there also signs on the north elevation as well?
Yes. Okay, we have, if you could, yes, introduce yourself for the record.
My name is Sherwood Blitzstein. I am one of the owners of, I'm the owner of Mosaic North Park Plaza, Villa Park, actually. And, yeah, we were before the Plan Commission, and the Plan Commission actually came up with the idea of having a sign on the rear of the building facing north, so the majority of the cars in the center, and people in the center, couldn't see who's in the front outline, strip center. So we did that. So the request, we thought was a great idea.
And that is in compliance with our sign ordinances?
I think it
Come on up. We have Patrick Grill, our Director of Community Development, can answer that for you, so.
Planned unit development offers the opportunity to do something that is not specifically allowed in a code, and that's what is happening here. This is a planned unit development. It was a specific provision that was discussed, and staff and the Planning and Zoning Commission felt that it was an opportunity to advertise the uses that were going to be in that building to the people who were utilizing the larger part of the North Park Plaza. So that's why it's part of this PUD.
Okay. That's all I
You
have.
good? Okay. Anybody else from the board? Okay. Would you like to actually share a little bit more about this project?
Okay.
Sure, that'd be great to hear from you.
So, quick background, my partner and I bought the property about 2.5 years ago out of foreclosure, out of bankruptcy, actually.
And this is the whole mall you're referring
The whole
to?
mall.
The whole
We
mall.
own the whole mall.
North,
And
used to be known as North Park Mall.
North Park Mall, now it's North Park Plaza.
Yes.
Keep the feeling there a little bit.
Yeah.
We put a lot of money into it so far. We put Foreman Mills, 65,000 foot tenant. We put several $1 million worth of infrastructure improvements into the property, into the parking lot. We currently, so then we knocked down the bank, and we actually got there's a strong demand for strip space in front of our center. I think it's due to, it's a 350,000 foot center, and it's got its own light, and people are seeing that it's been updated, and we're about 50% filled right now. We got the we're like almost, the ink is not completely dry, but with Chipotle, Dunkin' Donuts, Stella's, and Dentist, and that would put us over 50%. And we even get, so that will all be done soon. We're doing a lot of improvements basically at the Planning Commission's recommendation. We've put a lot of green into the whole center. We're moving back. Everything's going to be much more symmetric than it was before. And we're even getting, I'm fielding calls for outlet number 2. So that would be on the east side.
Which is where the, what was it? It was a restaurant. Denny's used to be.
So I'm not really even marketing yet. And I think, this time next year, hopefully I'll be before you with another tenant for that. And so we're very happy, and it's a real pretty building we're building too. Probably, I imagine it'll be one of the nicer buildings. It's the newest building on North Avenue.
Yeah. Now, are you going to put a coming soon sign in front? So
Yeah, I think
people,
once we start,
we can maybe, yeah.
Our plan's already out for bid.
Mm-hmm.
So we should start construction within the next 3 weeks, I imagine.
Okay.
4 weeks.
Okay,
And
great. So we'll
at
put
that point, we'll put a nice fence. I think we'll put a bigger fence, more substantial fence.
Yeah.
We'll probably put around.
Yeah, but
And
hopefully
yeah, definitely put it coming soon.
Okay.
Helps everybody.
Yes.
So we're very happy about it.
Yes. There's a total of what? Right now, it's for space for 7 tenants, did I see in the?
Yeah, you don't know how big the tents are. It's 13,000
Right, so
feet. We got
7 spaces.
7,000, so I've got a couple 1,200 footers and 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
4 more tents.
Yeah, excitement with Chipotle and.
Chipotle was a great.
Yeah, that's
It's a great
wonderful.
get.
Yeah.
I was really,
Yeah, it's
really,
pretty
really
neat.
happy about Chipotle. People love Chipotle, and it brought in and Dunkin'.
Right.
So we got both sides, and
Wait for that for a long
parking-wise, it
time.
makes sense because one's a breakfast, one's a lunch and dinner, and it's all more activity. So it's a win for everybody,
Yes.
including the village.
Yes.
For me, a little bit.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
So.
Any other questions?
I just want to
Yeah.
say thank you. The mall looks much better,
Yeah,
and I appreciate your efforts over there. And I think getting those outlets, filled up, it'd be great for Village, and it'd be great for you too. So
Yeah, we're really looking
great
for it.
opportunity there.
We're a long-term corporate citizen of Villa Park. You'll be talking to my son in 20 years.
And we have your partner here
My partner
too.
here.
Yeah.
This is
Want
my
to come
partner,
on
David
up so we
Dresner.
can see get you on TV there. David Dresner. So, yes.
Evening. I'm
yes.
David Dresner, the other half of Mosaic Properties
Yes.
and co-owner of North Park Plaza.
Yes.
And if I could just add one thing, I have to say it's been a pleasure working with Pat and the whole department. Just, taking this through all the steps of a PUD and the zoning change. At times can be trying, but in this village it's been just wonderfully smooth, cooperative, and a pleasure. And it's really, I appreciate that very much. I want to thank you and Patrick and the whole department. So,
Yeah. Well, in
thank
planning
you very
and
much.
zoning, some of the meetings that you had were pretty long. I attended, Trustee Bolfus is the board liaison to the
You got
commission.
bumped off.
Yeah. So, yeah. That one. Yeah, you were there for that action, yeah. So, you've hung in there for some really long meetings, and so thank you for that. And thanks to the Planning and Zoning Commission. We have some commissioners here tonight, Vince Gatto and Mike Orlowski standing in the back there. Did I miss anybody else? So, no, okay. So, but yes, any other questions before we
Thanks.
go? Yep, okay. All right, okay.
Look
Yes,
forward to
thank you.
more opportunities to
Yes.
further develop the center.
Yes, I look forward to it too. Thank you very much. It'll probably jumpstart, well, we have a lot of other things going on on North Avenue too, and this is just going to keep it going, so we really appreciate that. Okay, roll call vote.
Okay, trustee Bullfus.
Yes.
Trustee Case.
Yes.
Trustee Kazone.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes?
Trustee Taglia.
Yes.
President Bullwinkle.
Yes. Okay. Item number 6 then on the formal is public comments on non-agenda items. It's your opportunity to, if you have anything on your mind that's non-agenda, now's your chance. 3 minutes. You know the drill. Come on up. State your name for the record. You know what to do.
Good evening, John Squeal, Northside resident of Villa Park.
And you can adjust that mic too if you want, because it's
I'm okay.
okay.
Couple short public service announcements for the public, but first, shout out to Kiwanis Club. I want to thank you for your concerts this year. Everybody did a good job, everybody that helped. Hosanna with the concessions and the food, Rich and all the other people here. Hope we can keep that going for a long time. A couple of quick announcements for the public. Summer's here, and people with leaving their pets in their cars can be a real issue. Illinois is one of 16 states, up from 14, now that it is illegal to leave your pets unattended in your cars. 70 degrees within 30 minutes, 104 degrees, 80 degrees, 114 degrees, just a matter of minutes. If you can't keep your pets safe and healthy, just leave them home.
Yeah.
The police do have the authority, after reasonably trying to find the owners, to enter your vehicle, and if your pets do end up dying, you will be charged with animal cruelty, so please be careful. The other thing is, summertime here, the sun, hot weather, be careful when you're walking your pets around pond areas. There is a blue-green algae that can affect your pets. You can get them sick. It's actually could be very hazardous to birds as well. It's hard to identify. It's hard to tell without testing the bacteria. But if you see the algae, there isn't that much this year. We haven't had that much hot weather. Just keep them out of the water if you see them drinking anything. It can get on their skin too, so and it's not good for people either. So not too much hot weather. It hasn't been a problem this year, but and Canine Good Manners. Kim Gralla. Kim is now with Parks and Rec here in Villa Park. She's also working over at Pet Supplies Plus. She can help you with any of your dog training. Check her out. No pinch collars, no choke collars. It's the way to go. Correction, redirection. Very good. She could help you with some of your problems. If you have pets in your home, fire and rescue stickers. This is a good idea. If first responders come to your home, you might not be coherent. You might not even be home. Put these on your windows. You can get them at pet events, pet stores. This will help them. They won't be surprised if you're not there. They'll be able to help your pets. And they won't be surprised when they walk in if you're not home. So stick them right on your window. You can change them at any time. So that's all.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. Thank you very much. Great advocate for our pets out there, so thank you. Anybody else with non-agenda items? Hi, Larry.
Hi, good afternoon.
You want to state your name, full name for the record. We need your autograph on that piece of paper there, too.
Absolutely. Larry Silverowski, I'm with the Villa Park Lions Club, and, see, come on in.
There he is.
The Lions Club runs the beer tent for September Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And every year, we like to encourage participation by the village. So to that end, we'd like to invite the trustees on the board, village manager, village president, to come and do a celebrity pour for us on Saturday, November the 12th. From
I'm sorry,
6
what date was that again?
Saturday, September the 12th.
September 12th, okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay, I'm looking at the calendar, September 12th.
September 12th from 6 to 7, which is right before the band starts.
Okay. All right, it's a Saturday there.
It is a Saturday, yes.
Okay, sounds like fun.
It is. It can be, and it's also very hectic time too.
Yeah.
So, and it's a good opportunity for the village trustees to meet with some of the citizens as well, and maybe hook up later on and answer some questions or get some concerns that people have. So please, if you can make it, it's Saturday, September the 12th, from 6 to 7 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sounds like fun. All right. Thank you very much. Anybody else? Okay. Okay. Hi, Sid.
Just to say a little bit more about what Larry has said, when you come out, if you come out as a group or as individuals, you'll have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You will enjoy.
It's always fun.
What I would like to talk about is something that's already a done deal that I'm against. I want to refer to the Nike missile at Veterans Cortese Park. Now, I know it's going to be a done deal, but I just want you to know that the VFW people who accepted it already did not have the authorization of the VFW post. I'm sure that at the next meeting, they will cover themselves and make it a motion that they will accept it. But there were people that put it in. I would say one of the guys that was instrumental in getting that and putting it up was a fellow by the name of Leo Allen. At that time, he lived right up the street on Kenilworth and Ardmore. He was a combination of things. He was a retired lieutenant colonel from the Army Reserve Medical Department, where he would be like a non-doctor, head of a MASH unit. He was also a plumber. Typical Army.
That's good too.
But I'm sure that they would be, I'm talking mainly for them, that they would not like the missile to be moved because of the amount of work, time, blood, sweat, and tears that they put in. And other names I would like to leave for maintenance purposes. Post office gentleman Tom League was a member of the Post 652 American Legion. Did I mention that before? The Post 652 of the American Legion was actually the sponsor of that. And Post 652 no longer exists, but it was very active up in those, even up until that time. Okay. Tom League worked for the post office, and I think he was probably part of the things that kept it going. Frank Deese, a member of the American Legion, and well, he would come up every, I think he would say, every Monday I came up with a can of black paint and covered up all the graffiti that occurred during the Vietnam era. And of course, other people, well, Frank Corso, all of these people were residents of Villa Park. And I just want to say I'm against moving it, even though it's a done deal. And thank you for listening.
Oh. And thank you, Sid. All right. Thank you, Sid. Anybody else? Well, hello there.
Hello.
I saw you in Lombard on Saturday, but you didn't see me. You're at the car show. So
I'm usually there on Saturday
yeah,
nights.
I saw you and Bill there, so. What's on your mind tonight, Cheryl?
It's going to be a busy day on Saturday here in town.
It sure is. A lot of busy Saturdays coming up.
Okay. This Saturday is also the Bob Nixon Memorial 5K. It's going off at the Community Congregational Church. Registrations from 7:45 to 8:45. Not only is there a run, there is a cakewalk. There's a senior strut for a quarter mile. There will be kids' games going on all day long. There will be a cookie sale and games going on for the younger kids while they walk. They'll be heading towards the Prairie Path. If you'd like more information on it, it is on the Community Congregational Church's website, or you can contact Joanne at 630-337-9886.
And when you say this Saturday, you're referring to August 15th, Saturday,
I'm
August 15th.
talking about August 15th, yes, this coming Saturday.
For the folks at home. Okay.
Okay, change gears.
Yes.
I also want to inform people that there is a Park and Rec Commissioner meeting tomorrow at 7 o'clock at Iowa.
Yes.
And we are in the process of getting all the surveys together and the 3D presentation together for the village on all the parks. So I just wanted to give them an update to know we are working on that their surveys are in and that we are paying attention to it, that the board is starting to work on that.
And by extending the deadline, I understand you got a lot more feedback.
By sending it out on the water bills and making it a paper thing, yes, we did.
Yes.
There was a lot more response, and we were happy about that, that
Yes.
we got more people from the village that responded to
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
request.
So it was a good idea to extend that, so, yeah. Okay, great, thank you. Anybody else? Non-agenda? Nope. Okay, got all my notes here, I gotta find where I'm at. Okay, item number 7 then, village clerk's report. Do you have anything for us tonight?
I just have one announcement,
What do you have
yes.
for us?
The Kiwanis Club will have their second annual bike-a-thon on September 19. People can start registering now. It's already online on KiwanisClubofVillaPark.com. It'll be the same price as last year. It's $20, and it'll be a 20-mile ride or a 50-mile ride.
Wow.
And that starts about 8 a.m. and probably, I think last year went to about 1 by the time the last people came in from the long ride. But that's coming up, so people would be aware of that, and it's also on the website.
Great.
Thank you, that's all.
What's the route? Is it on the
It's
the road or on the paths?
Illinois
or-
Prairie Path. So it goes all the way, once it reaches 50 miles, they come back on the Great Western, and they kind of connect back down again.
Great. Oh, that's
It's a very
wonderful.
nice ride.
Yes, very nice. Okay, sounds great. Thank you very much. Okay, village trustees report. And I'll start to my left tonight. Trustee Gazone, you have anything tonight for us?
Just a couple things. The Trinity Lutheran Church is having a concert, a free concert, on Saturday, September 5th, beginning at 6 o'clock at the gazebo. The band Lost and Found, this is going to be their last concert that they're going to have. They will be serving food for sale starting about 5:30, and they recommend bringing chairs or for seating there. And St. Alexander's is having a wrestling tournament on
Yep.
22nd, Saturday the 22nd.
Yep.
And I believe Father Mark was interviewed today and will
Yes,
be
he
on
was.
the Closed Circuit TV. So that is the 22nd. Mantower is the guy, one of the big name wrestlers that's going to be there. And there is a rumor that Father Mark will be wrestling.
Yeah,
but
sounds
it
good.
is only a rumor.
I was going to ask you about that. So only a rumor, huh?
Yeah.
Put some well, he might feel some pressure that night.
Yeah, that's
maybe
right,
getting
yeah.
getting the
But
room.
but it's $10 a person. There's I believe they're selling tickets after mass this weekend. I believe they'll have about 50 for sale the night of the event too. So it should be interesting.
Mhm.
And that's all I have.
Yeah, nice creative fundraiser
Oh,
for
yeah.
St. A's.
Yeah.
So yeah, be great to. I'm gonna try and swing by and check out. So, okay, great. Trustee Wagner, you have
Thank
anything
you,
for
Madam
us
President.
tonight?
Just a couple things. Would like members of the public alert them that the Traffic and Safety Commission will be meeting tomorrow at 8 p.m. here at Village Hall. I wanted to just say I appreciated your resolution about library card sign-up month. The library is a wonderful resource in the
It is.
community. And some people, for whatever reason, just haven't discovered it, or so it's there's so many things there, interlibrary loan, databases, all kinds of things, resources there that people should take advantage of. So would encourage residents who don't have a library card to get one.
Yeah.
So, and I guess I should apologize to staff here because I'm going to ask a question, and I probably should have given staff some advance notice of this, but and I may not get answers tonight, but I just wanted to put these questions out there. We've gotten some communication from the village through the mail, through social media about the water bill specifically, and this is just to be honest, this has bothered me for a while, that we are telling folks, if you miss a payment, we're going to shut your water off. And I guess my question is, and I don't really expect an answer tonight, but I would like to know how many residents have we had to shut their water off? Do we really go out and shut their water off if they've missed one bill? Because my concern is that you have senior citizens out there who may, for whatever reason, miss the bill, miss payment.
Yeah.
And it's alarming to, when you get a notice, you may have a credit or you may be up to date, but you see this message that says we're going to shut you off if you're behind 1 month. And to me, it seems a little severe. There may be people in the community who, for whatever reason, they may have missed a payment. So I really don't expect an answer tonight if staff's not prepared to do that, and I apologize for this, just bringing this on, but this has bothered me for a while. I would just like an answer as to how many people we've shut off, and do we make some effort to call them and say, hey, you missed a payment, we're going to shut your water,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? We might be able to get some answers for you
Okay.
right now. So, our Finance Director, Kevin Wachtel, thank you so much. If you can shed some light, because, it can be a little shocking, when people see that, especially in bold and, scary.
Just to let you know what the logistics process is, if somebody does miss a payment, there would never be a shut-off until at least they get their next bill. The next bill cycle would come out, and they would have a bill, and the bill would show if there was an amount that wasn't paid on the previous bill. Now, if somebody was a very low water user or senior, like you mentioned, and they missed a payment, their amount past due would be well below whatever threshold we're looking at. We shut off the accounts, or we look to shut off the accounts with the highest balances first. In this past cycle, there were, for the accounts that were over $250 past due, there were over 50 of them that we had, and those were where we were looking to shut those particular accounts off. So we look at a reasonable threshold, so we don't hit those folks who may have just missed a payment on a small bill, because we understand that type of thing can happen. So there will be an opportunity for those folks to see their next bill, to see an amount past due, and to work with us. If there is a case where somebody missed a payment or something like that, and they were calling and talking with us, then we'd certainly be in contact and communication with them, because we want, just like they do, to get the bill resolved, get the bill paid, and that type of thing. So there is a process. We do look at the volume of accounts that are over a certain dollar threshold, and it's usually about $250 just because of the number of accounts that we have and the levels of that they currently owe on their bills. And that could fluctuate, that could vary. So it may not be $250 the whole, forever, but that's where it is right now. And our goal is to have all of our accounts be paid every month, if at all possible. And of course, recognizing those folks that may have they've been out of town for the bill, or may have not gotten it in the mail, addressing those in more reasonable ways than just a shut off. So that's definitely the last resort. We don't want to shut folks off. But that is part of the process. They do get another bill after it, after the bill that they would have missed, to see any amount past due.
So this goes for the folks that are maybe either they have a balance over $250, it goes to the...
So typically if somebody has an account that's over $250 past due, it's more than one bill that they would not have paid. It's the rare occurrence when it is one bill that's hot, that's a lot of water to be used. It's either that, or maybe it's a commercial account or something like that. And we have different procedures when it's like a multifamily unit to shut those properties off. But we do look at the higher dollar amounts, higher dollar accounts, to make sure we're targeting that particular segment.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. Okay. Trustee Tagle, sure.
Kevin, what is the average monthly water bill, the amount?
Most of the water bills are $100, less than $100. It depends on the number of people that live in the home.
So is it unlikely that someone's monthly water bill would be $250?
It's unlikely, unless they have a large family or are a high water user, or in the summer months and they're sprinkling their lawn a lot, they could have one bill that
So
runs.
the average monthly water bill in Villa Park is about $100 a month?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
Or a water leak.
Or a water leak, yes. We do have situations where that happens, and if folks do have that happen, and we can see they're using a certain dollar or certain gallons every month, and then when it spikes up and they know they have a leak, then we work with them. We talk with them about what their usage is and get a payment plan perhaps, but we do work with folks.
So if for some reason, unfortunately, somebody might lose their job or some other issue might come up, they can call the village and you all will work something out with them.
Right,
You
it
know,
depends,
hardship,
depending
you
on
know.
the circumstances.
Yeah, 'cause people do
folk-
hit hardships and
They do.
they want to pay their bill, they just can't.
Right. So we do work with folks in a variety of different circumstances, or we can refer them to organizations that may be able to help them depending on their circumstances, and to make sure that their bills do get paid on a regular basis. And sometimes folks do come upon hard times, so we
Right.
try to help them as best we can.
It happens often, so. Okay. Do you have anything else?
No, that's.
Okay. Anything else besides the water question, or is that your last item?
That's it.
That's it? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, Trustee Bolfus.
Yes, I have a couple things.
What you have?
I was at the fire station on Friday too, when Senator Durbin was there, and I just wanted to add a little. I found kind of amusing when the chief says, "You want to go for a ride?" He was in that truck,
He was.
like lickety split.
He
you
was.
know,
Jump
It was
seat,
really-
sat
kind
in
of
front.
nice. So like he doesn't always get asked if he wants to have a ride. So, and he took him out for a ride. That's kind of I'm waiting for my ride.
Oh, they'll give you a ride anytime you want.
So it was kind of fun to see that. So, and the other thing is, on this last Sunday we had the Villa Park Grand Prix bike race. I don't know if anybody went out there. There wasn't a whole big crowd of Villa Park residents out there. Would like to see more next year when we do it. It was really kind of neat to see all people from different countries in the ride. And also, we get 19 guys riding right next to each other, tire to tire, 30 miles an hour. It's really kind of neat to see. So I encourage, if this was the fourth one that I think that was done, and hopefully there'll be another one next year. And I encourage everybody to come out and watch it. And this, it goes all afternoon. So if you got just a little time, well, matter of fact, it goes all day. I think it starts at 9.
Wow.
And they finished up about 5 or so 4:30. So there's different levels of skills, and it's really kind of neat. Just if you got an hour or something, just stop out and watch for it. Probably next July. So thank you. That's all.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, to kind of piggyback on that really quick, Al Stash had put something on, I believe, on the village's Facebook page where somebody was wearing a GoPro camera. And they went through the race, the route, and that was a really cool video. So that's out there, and that gives the
I saw the guy
perspective.
with the camera.
Yeah, he filmed the whole thing, and that really gave a very interesting perspective of the route and how fast they go.
30 miles an hour around
Yeah.
the corner.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat to watch.
They're the pros, so yeah. But yeah,
I didn't see anybody wipe out this year.
Oh,
So.
good. Oh, good. That's good.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. Trustee Taglia.
Okay, I just want an early announcement about St. Paul's Community Block Party. It's going to be on September 20th. Start now because a lot of people are going on vacation, and get it on your calendar. So September 20th from 1 to 4 at St. Paul Lutheran at Ardmore, Washington. We're going to have a bouncy house for the kids, hot dogs, ice cream, musical entertainment, and a lot of activities for people. So coming out, it should be a good time, and it's free.
Well, the churches are pretty busy this month.
They
It's
are,
true.
yeah.
Just pick one out.
Yes.
There you go.
A lot going on. Okay, you said St. Paul's?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, Trustee Case. anything
Yes,
for
I'd
us?
like to thank the staff, the committees that are getting Villa Park going in the right direction. And I'd also like to thank Manager Keener, Chief Pavlicek, Villa Park, the police department, on a situation that was amazing how fast they responded to the situation.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
thumbs up to the PD.
Yeah. When there's a situation, they're usually there.
They were freaky fast.
That's freaky good, you know. Yeah, that's really good. So thank you. Yes, I agree. Thank you. Anything else, Trustee Case?
No, that's it.
Okay, then. Thank you for that. Okay, Village Manager's Report, item number 9. You have anything for us tonight?
Yes, just got a couple things, Your Honor. Discussing the Grand Prix. Yeah, there was a GoPro mounted on one of the heads of the racers, and it's a very interesting video, and obviously everyone's pointed it out. We're going to go and do that again at the swimming pool. We're going to put it on one of the lifeguards, and then the lifeguard will be swimming underneath the water. We're going to probably put it on a helmet at the skate park and let a young man do either ride a bike or the skateboard, and we'll do that. So, folks at home and in the audience, kind of check out our website every once in a while, and we'll update with some GoPro activity. And then this week we have our Swing and Sizzle on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So, plenty to do this week and weekend. So, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you. Yes, that's Wednesday, August 12th, through the Chamber of Commerce. So, great. Thank you so much for that. Item number 10, Village Attorney's Report.
Good to be here, but no report.
Well, thank you for the updates earlier, though, on all that terrific legislation that's coming out.
A bit more.
Okay. Item number 11, then, is adjournment. Do I have a motion?
Madam President,
Trustee Gazzola.
the motion to adjourn.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, Trustee Bolfus, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Aye, okay. Our next board meeting is Monday, August 24th, 7:30 here at Village Hall. Thank you so much, Villa Park.